TYT Sports, we are back talking boxing one more time. Britton Harden could not be here, but an OG, Mr. Robert Exel, is back with us. Robert, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Rick?
Skype problems aside, I am doing fantastic. It is great to see you once again. So Seth Mitchell and Cris Arreola, let's talk about it. It is a few hours away from us in LA. The fight is taking place in California for the WBC silver heavyweight title. If that even should be a title, probably not. So let's talk about Seth Mitchell firstly. He started at a late age boxing. He was a star football player at Michigan State, suffered a knee injury, and now he is boxing. He has compiled a solid record, but he did also come off a knockout loss. Granted, he got his revenge, but I mean, what exactly does he bring to the table at this point? I mean, he started at 25. He's 31 now. What can he bring?
He brings his strength. He brings his enthusiasm. He brings the fact that he's an American, which has great value with the dearth of American heavyweight challengers. What unfortunately he may not be bringing, however, is a chin to match his enthusiasm for boxing. He has been tested a couple of times.
He's 26-1-1 with 19 knockouts, so it's not like he hasn't displayed a great amount of power. But with that said, you talked about his chin. That first loss was against Jonathan Banks, and it wasn't just a loss, it was a knockout loss. And as I said, he went and got his revenge on Jonathan Banks by winning a 12-round decision. But in that fight, obviously that is what we have to base our arguments off of, that he has a light chin. So I mean, people that are saying that and being skeptical about his chin, that's fine, right? That's bordering on, well, that fight against Banks is certainly, it leads us to be skeptical of his chin.
Well, and for good reason. I mean, Banks is really sort of a blown-up cruiserweight. He's not known for great power, fighting above his probably natural fighting weight. And it wasn't just a knockout. I mean, it was a blowout. He really got nailed in that fight.
Now, when you talk about Arreola, he had by far the more entertaining part of the press conference. Let me just read you a few great passages in the book of Cris Arreola and his press conference. He said, "I didn't start boxing because I couldn't cut it in fucking football," obviously criticizing Seth Mitchell. "I'll consider retiring if he beats me," talking about how terrible Seth Mitchell is, and "you fucked up trying to fight me." It certainly sounds like he is being not even passive-aggressive. I would say he's totally going after Seth Mitchell. I mean, does he have a point when he says, you know what, if this guy beats me, I'll retire? Because this would be by far the best win on Mitchell's career, Robert.
Of course he has a point, and I think he has a point about Mitchell's late start, about the fact that he is a former football player, that he is not highly skilled, learning fast, but also time is racing, racing quickly by him. So I think that Arreola does have a point. Arreola, not a world beater per se, but he is a good fighter, and especially when he's on his game and when he's in shape, which of course has been a real nagging concern with Arreola in his career. I think he may give Mitchell all that he can handle.
Now, Arreola has a record of 35-3 with 30 knockouts. A solid record, but in this day and age, that just doesn't cut it for some reason. And he has had those opportunities, those golden opportunities that he has not taken advantage of when he has been beaten. Like his last loss, he lost to Stiverne. He's 32 years old, from LA, from where we are filming right now. If he does lose, should he retire?
I guess my question is, retire to what? Boxing is what he does. Boxing is what he knows. Boxing is what he has been doing all of his life. I don't think he's going to give up boxing and fulfill the dream of becoming an optometrist. I mean, boxing is what it is he does. Chances of him retiring, even if he were to lose, I think are not really too great.
He also started fighting at 7 years old, so he has a ton of time. At least fighting-wise, on Seth Mitchell. So let me ask you this, and then we'll get to your pick. I think it's already been made, but we will get to it in a moment. Seth Mitchell, again, fought at 25. We have seen Sergio Martinez excel in this sport for not just being a great athlete, but the fact is he started late, and he is still excelling in this sport. Have you seen anyone start that late at his age, 25, somewhere from the 23 to 27 range, let's say, and excel aside from Martinez?
It is very unusual, and it's simply because of muscle memory. I mean, somebody who starts young develops the muscle memory that's sort of necessary in order to be, an adept boxer. Starting that late, he's at a serious disadvantage. And if I'm not mistaken, that disadvantage, which we have seen exposed, may indeed get exposed again tomorrow night.
Now, I think a lot of people, including those out of East Lansing, Michigan, are certainly going to be rooting for Seth Mitchell. But Robert Exel, the editor-in-chief of Boxing.com, what say you for this fight on Saturday night on Showtime?
I am leaning toward Arreola, and I'm not a big Arreola fan, but something in my gut tells me that this is his fight to lose.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think Arreola knocks him out in the 4th round, maybe even the 3rd. So let's say that our picks do come to fruition and Cris Arreola does win this fight. What could be next for him?
Well, I think he gets in line. He gets a shot at perhaps at Vladimir Klitschko. I think Vitaly is on his way to the Ukrainian presidency, so he's not going to get that sort of revenge shot. But I think Vladimir is always looking for opponents. The few opponents he hasn't knocked out already, and Arreola would be a good one.
All right. Well, that's Robert Exel, the editor-in-chief of Boxing.com. You can follow him on Twitter at boxing_com and follow his great writing at www.boxing.com. Robert, a pleasure to talk with you once again. Enjoy the fight.
Thank you, Rick.